What's up, everybody? It's your favorite scientist, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Impossible Toys Quintesson Scientist, and here he is with the other Quintesson guys I have, and you can kind of see how he sizes up. And to be honest with you, he's my favorite. Allow me to tell you why. I think that the head sculpt is nailed. Like, spot on. Very reminiscent of the show. It's got a fair amount of paint, no articulation, the shoulders, nope, nothing. Nothing at all. It is a piece of plastic. But the head sculpt is just so on the money. Like, it just feels so right. And, you know, it's well done. It has the light up gimmick. Mine has failed. It doesn't work anymore. There's a fresh battery in there. It has a screw right there. Take it off, put the battery in, and it has failed. It doesn't light up at all. And that's why I hate electronics and toys. I think it's a silver. Yeah, I think the cast itself is this silver, and then it's got the orange, the purple, the white, the green, all that stuff painted on it, as well as the lights down here at the bottom. That's all painted on there. Tentacles, same issue. No articulation at all, even less than the other stuff because it's like a firmer plastic. It almost feels brittle. I would exercise a fair amount of caution with it, and it just he just sits there basically. And he can sit there without the stand. And he sits very nicely. And he looks great. He looks fantastic. There's not much to him. It's kind of those things like you can get him for a really cheap price. It's definitely a get what you pay for. He's not going to do much but stand there. But it is a nice looking piece while it's standing there. Same problem at the bottom. It's got this translucent plastic. This one is not yellowing as much. And it looks pretty good. Still bends, warps a little bit. So you got to do the same bit of business, and I would imagine it would look as nice when it is lit up. However, I wouldn't know because it has failed. The tentacles kind of fit pretty cleverly around all the you know, the energy coming out. So that's a tip of my hat to them as well. And as you can see, he's getting his Leaning Tower of Pisa quite on. But that's just kind of the cost of doing business with all of this set. We'll take a look at him with the Sharkticons again, and there's the Unique Toys unit and the iGear unit. So that's what that looks like. And MP Grimlock. I'm purposely not putting Grimlock in frame because I think it's kind of funny that it's out of frame. But there he is next to him, and I kind of like that. So he's my favorite of the set. There's just something about the head sculpt and the expression and the way that the tentacles are in place where I probably wouldn't articulate them even if I could. My issues are that you don't have the choice. You know, it's like communist Russia. You know, you just got no choice. It's going to tell you how it's going to stand. That's the end of it. That being said, they made a pretty good choice of making it for me. I'm not sure that I would have done much different. I like the head sculpt. There's something about the eyes, like the emptiness in the eyes, and the way that the lips are sculpted on, and the nose is just so accurate. It just reeks of the cartoon, and I'm a big fan. The other big bonus of this is that he's usually the cheapest one to find because just nobody was interested in this particular character, I'm guessing. Or they were interested, but they knew they couldn't afford the judge, so they just skipped on it altogether. And that's a great benefit for you if you don't have him because you can pick him up and it won't cost you an arm nor a leg. As a matter of fact, you can probably get it with the leftover from your Wendy's Happy Meal. And I don't mean that in the figurative sense. I mean it in your Happy Meal from Wendy's, the meal that makes you forget it. At any rate, the truth is he's a bad toy, but a really good statue, and it fits in quite well. I don't know what exactly you would need more from it, but the fact that you can't make that decision for yourself does kind of suck. It's a cheap price point, and it's a good sculpt, so it's a nice addition to your collection. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.
Welcome back,
Yeah.
Skullface.
Am I welcome? Am I welcome here? Is this a welcome? Is this a happy place for me?
Let's just get through this.
Don't mind me.
So we have a $25 charge to discuss today. Excuse me, it was a $40 charge.
Yeah, that was the Quintesson Scientist. That was the Quintesson Scientist.
And so what is his current value?
He goes for about 25. You win some, you lose some.
So your long-term plan of dying when you're 45 and your wife selling all your toys and
that
getting
one
rich,
would be one where that wouldn't pay off
a
too
loss.
well. Yeah, that one wouldn't be one that would pay off too well.
Yeah.
You might
so
have
that plan, maybe that plan wouldn't.
Is this okay?
Be so good. No, that's not okay. Please take your feet off my table.
You are no fun. Right. I bet you Jonathan
You know,
hates
have you thought about, I take my son into Target and Toys R Us, and there are Transformer toys for days on clearance.
Yeah.
Like $3.92.
Yeah, well, those
$4.19.
those aren't really.
I think maybe that'd be a little bit more of your speed with your.
Do you listen to your son as well as you listen to me, or?
You don't need to be shopping at, what is it, the big bad toy store?
Yeah, I probably don't actually.
What adult? Ugh.
Well,
anyway,
look,
I suggest that you try. Try the clearance racks.
Those
at
clearance
Target
racks are not
and
for
Toys
me.
R Us.
They're not for me. Jonathan
There's
enjoys
tons.
those
There's.
clearance
I'm
racks.
telling you, you just haven't looked.
So you know
There
more
are
about the hobby than
tons
I do.
And tons of Transformers there. Tons.
Yeah.
Tons.
They're,
All
you know,
different sizes. I mean, I've seen all the way from little ones to really big and gold shiny ones on clearance.
That's all by design.
They look very fancy. Very fancy, but they're on clearance.
Yeah.
And maybe
they're not aimed towards my generation.
Should
my
toys
generation
really be aiming towards a 33?
Look, it's a changing day in time, and they're aiming.
I don't know that this is even a conversation worth having.
Well, they're changing because
we are here to come up with a plan.
Okay.
A plan that will work.
Well.
And I'm offering option after option.
Well, it's funny you say that because I came up with an idea of my own.
And what was that?
I mean, I face certain moral dilemmas with it, so I haven't truly decided, okay? Thinking about selling my body, if you know what I mean. Not just to anyone.
That is illegal. That is illegal, and that is not a realistic option. Okay?
Wait, what? Not realistic? What's that supposed to mean?
You are a 33-year-old man in a stained T-shirt, a robe, and a skull mask.
Look, I'm gonna let
just as a brief reality check.
I'm gonna let the insults go, okay? Because I think we're both a little bit bigger than that. I talked to my wife about it already. Mm-hmm. She said she didn't care.
Yeah.
She was complaining about the money. She asked. I told her these sessions of ours haven't been going so well. She said, "How's it been going?" I said, "Not so well." But I got an idea. I'm thinking about selling my own body. You know, sexually. Mm-hmm. And she laughed a bit, and I said, "What are you laughing?" We got it's a whole separate thing. And then she said, "Go ahead. I don't care." Mm. As long as the money's coming in.
Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a go, and maybe we'll talk about the results next week.
You want to give it a go,
huh? Well, I'm not saying I'm going to be purchasing your services, but you go ahead and advertise your services, and we'll see.
How much do you make here?
Next week.
How much do you make here?
I make enough money to support myself and live comfortably.
Support yourself and the Neon. And Jonathan. The neon has been going a little uncared for. It's a little bit unkept.
Skullface, I've already explained to you I do not drive a Neon.
Well, you probably got to push the thing down the road. I'm not going to get caught up in the semantics of it. I'm just saying, between Jonathan and that Neon, and you probably got some expenses, and I can appreciate that. But I'm thinking $89.95.
Yeah. Like I said, you go right ahead and advertise yourself this week. I'm anxious to hear how you do. It would be nice if we could come up with something to put you in the red.
I'll come up with something.